Everyone, it is Comrade for Comrade Chasing. Doing one last final update before the snow starts falling for southern New England. Again, I'm going to show my unofficial snowfall map, and again, I just want to stress that I'm mainly focusing on southern New England, so if you're from Vermont, New Hampshire, New York State, I wouldn't really look at the map here. My unofficial one, which I'll show at the end of the video. I just want to go through a couple of the models. Right now, the North American model, or the NAM model as it's more accustomed to be called, is showing prolonged snowfall through the morning hours of tomorrow, Thursday the 5th of December, 2024. So, if you're like me and you want a snow day, it probably is going to happen, because it looks like it's going to be some heavy snowfall at like 9 a.m. So, I'm going to say for the majority of western and central Massachusetts and portions of northeast, alright, I'm not even going to say northern Connecticut, I'm going to say northeast Connecticut. For those areas, northeast Connecticut, all of western and most of central Massachusetts, you're probably going to have a 2-hour delay at least. And I think most areas, with maybe the exception of areas like Springfield and Hartford, might see snow day. Everywhere else except for those two cities, maybe. I do know, Springfield and Hartford are both really big cities, so maybe they do, because some areas might be a bit rough hard to reach than some areas along the river. Again, I think it's going to be the river that screws some people out of seeing tons of snowfall. But regardless, let's look at the models. This is the GFS model, and you can see the snow coming in around 5 o'clock tonight. Not too heavy, and then by 3Z you got this massive line from the I-95 corridor down. That's why some of the models have been showing like 6 to 8 inches in southern Worcester County. And I'm surprised National Weather Service hasn't really looked at that. Maybe they're seeing something we aren't, that is showing significantly less snowfall. Temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 30s tomorrow. I think the highest it's going to get in Springfield is going to be 36. I can actually check right now, and I think it's as much as 36. 38. And even then, that's probably going to be a margin of error of 2 degrees, so 36, we'll say. Yeah, and I don't know where National Weather Service, I don't know what they're thinking, because on their forecast for tonight for Springfield, less than 1 inch possible tonight, less than half an inch possible tomorrow, even though they have, all these models are showing at least 2 to 3 inches for the Springfield Metropolitan. So I don't know if they're thinking the temperature is going to be high enough that it's not going to, really do anything. I don't know. I'm not going to argue with them. Anyways, as you can see, it's coming down pretty heavy in eastern portions of Western Mass into the Central Mass area at midnight tonight. And then, I don't know why this keeps doing it. Hold on, trying to figure out, there we go. Alright, so, and then you have this massive band of heavy snow right on the I-84 corridor, around 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, and by 12Z, it's still snowing, whether it's sticking or not. It's probably sticking, and it'll start to melt around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. But it's still snowing, and it doesn't look like it leaves until about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So, that's why I'm thinking why most places might just go for a snow day. Not to mention, I think, we want one. We've been looking forward to this for a couple days now. Here's the GFS for the K ratio. 4.2 at Northampton, probably about 2 or 3 inches at, we'll say 3 inches. We'll say like 3.3 inches at Springfield. It's usually not enough to close school, but I'm thinking if it's snowing pretty heavily in the morning commute, and it's still snowing even when they do the delay, it's no longer if, it's when. They're probably just going to say, screw it, just shut down school for the day. Give us a break. This is the 10-to-1 ratio, 5 inches at Northampton, probably about 4 to 5 inches at Springfield. I'm thinking maybe a coating the 2 inches at the immediate coast of the Connecticut River from Hartford to Springfield. But I mean, like, if you're on the outer fringes of downtown Springfield, if you're on the south or the north end of Springfield, you probably could see 3 to 5 inches of snow. I don't, especially north end, I don't think the Chicopee River is really going to be much of a pleasant surprise to you in terms of accumulation. I don't think it says, I don't want to say the Connecticut River is influential, but, something kind of like that. I still think you could see 3 to 5 inches even if you live along the Chicopee River, because it's not a big enough river to, again, create quote-unquote influence, I guess you could say. Alright, that's the GFS. This is the Euro. The Euro is really the... Part of me wonders, is this what the National Service is thinking? They're just thinking the Euro is this, and they're just putting a couple other things into consideration. 2.6 at Northampton, probably the same amount at Springfield. About 1.5 inches at Hartford. Again, I have no idea what National Weather Service Boston is thinking. Maybe they think it's just not going to be able to... I don't know. I know the snow squall we had yesterday, which I was covering for a second in yesterday's video, dropped a good 1.5 inches in some places along the Connecticut River Valley. So this storm might surprise us. It does look like it's going a little slower and faster at the same time. It's going to be a good storm when even the Canadian models are agreeing 3 to 5 inches. What is the sectors? Right here, I think. Yep. That's the GEM-RDPS model. This is one of the Canadian models. Looking like 4.1 at Northampton, probably the same amount at Springfield. Only problem I have with the Canadian model is I don't think it's going to snow that less in the western Worcester County hills. I think it's probably going to be what most of the models have been showing as almost a jackpot right over southeast Hamden and southwest Worcester counties in Massachusetts. NAM's smoking something. It's all over the place. You got basically nothing in the valley. Almost a foot of snow in southern Vermont, maybe even more. And you have this little corridor of 4 to 8 inches right on the... I think that's still Hartford County, Hamden County line. That would probably be more near Stafford Springs, Broomfield, and Munson. Connecticut and Massachusetts, respectfully. And that's the K ratio. 10-to-1. That corridor on 84 was a bit bigger. NAM 3K, I'm not really taking into consideration. It doesn't really do well with these kinds of events. 'Cause, I mean, why would it be Why would there be practically no snow in the western county hills of Hampden, Hampshire, and Franklin County's not really affected in it. Um, why would it be doing that? It's mountainous there. There is hills in western Hampden and Hampshire counties. And it's all woods. It's climate elevation too. So I'm not even gonna take 3K NAM into consideration one bit. Regular NAM, I'll take into consideration. I don't think it's gonna snow all that small in southern Berkshire, but I do agree with the Worcester County elevation, more snowfall. I can agree to that. About 3 inches at Springfield, thereabouts, maybe a little less over the valley. I don't know if I agree with 3 inches at Hartford, though. I can't see it. That's for the 10 to 1 at least. For the K ratio, still about the same thing. Alright, let's go to rap. Rap I liked, I think was it today? Was it 12Z or 15Z? Well, 15Z is showing this. Which, yeah, actually, I can't complain about it. About 3 inches at Northampton, probably the same amount, maybe a little less at Springfield, at the immediate area of the Connecticut River Valley, or Connecticut River, sorry. And it just keeps going a little bit more accumulation the further away from the river you go, which I can agree with. Right now, I think the main areas for high accumulation is definitely all of Berkshire County, maybe the exception of the border towns with Connecticut and Litchfield County. All of the western Worcester Hills, I could definitely see 4 to 8 inches plus in those areas. I could see an area maybe more in northern Worcester County where I could see a couple areas hitting a foot. But that's my personal opinion. So that's the K ratio. 10 to 1 gets a little bit interesting. 10 to 1 on the RAMP model shows all Worcester County getting clobbered. A good portion of eastern Hampden County also getting clobbered. This is the hope right here. I do not want to go to school tomorrow. No. 3.5 at Northampton, probably more like 4 inches at Springfield. That I can see if you're getting away from downtown. Again, if you're right at the immediate area of the Connecticut River, 1 to 3 inches max. But if you're, if you're in the north end or south end of Springfield, away from downtown, I could definitely see 3 to 5 inches there. Areas like East Long Meadow, Palmer, Munson, those areas 3 to 5. Munson, I could even see over half a foot near the mountains like Pekin. Alright, our friend HRRR, showing kind of the same thing what Rap and regular NAM was showing. Just kind of a little bullish with eastern Hampden County. I don't think it's going to go like 6 inches. What is that, 6 inches? No, I don't want a sounding. Yeah, like 6 inches at East Long Meadow. I don't see that happening. It could. I'm thinking it's going to overperform. I don't see it overperforming this much. But it could surprise us. Alright, this video is already longer than it should have been because I keep, oh god, I'm doing it again. Alright, here's the official snowfall map, and you can see why I was saying I think they're, I don't know what they're doing over there at the National Weather Service in Norton. We respect you there, but I don't see why you think it's only going to be an inch at Springfield. Unless you're following Euro and the 3-kilometer NAM model, and that would probably be bad practice. So here's the expected snowfall for southern New England. Probably, yeah, probably over a foot in North Adams. That should be fun. Alright, I'm gonna go to my unofficial one. This is what I've drawn up. Again, I had to draw this very small. If you are along the Connecticut River and you're like in downtown Springfield, in these areas here, Enfield, Windsor Locks, East Windsor, Glastonbury, East Hartford, Rocky Hill, those areas along the river, probably just a cone to 2 inches, 3 inches max. I'll say that 3 inches max in those areas. Places like East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Palmer, all the way into all the way up towards Heartland, Granby, East Granby, Suffield, Summers, those areas, 3 to 5 inches. I'm going to say 3 to 5 inches. If you're in the yellow, so all of Berkshire County, I might actually have to change the, yeah, we're going to change the red here, so, yeah, a little bit more, like right here. Alright, so, if you're in the yellow, it's 4 to 6 inches plus possible. And I would say that's for all of Berkshire County, all good portion west of Worcester and Fitchburg for Worcester County. So west of those two cities, 4 to 6 inches plus possible. I think especially if you're near Quabbin Reservoir. I should have put all of Quabbin in. That's okay. Could see 4 to 6 inches plus. In the red, I'm thinking 5 to 10 plus. Probably, we'll put a pink here. Put a pink or purple right in these areas here. And maybe up here near Wichita and Templeton, those areas, Royalston, could even see up to a foot. I wouldn't be surprised. And Adams, North Adams, Williamstown, Clarksburg, those areas I could see getting up to a foot, definitely. Even National Water Service is saying that. So I think the main point here is if you're in Springfield, Northampton, not even Northampton anymore. If you're in Springfield to Hartford, expect at most 3 inches of snow. If you're in areas like Holyoke, Northampton, Greenfield, Palmer, Westfield, Massachusetts, Stafford, Springs, Toland, Heartland, New Hartford, Connecticut, expect maybe 3 to 5 inches. All depends on elevation. I would say 3 at the lowest, 5 at the most. Could see areas up to half a foot in those areas, especially Westfield. That is an area of high elevation. Listen to my voice here. 4 to 6 inches anywhere west of Fitchburg and Worcester. And I could see 4 to 6 inches plus in all of Berkshire County. 5 to 10 inches plus possible through a good portion of Worcester County and northern Berkshire County, even into extremes northwest Franklin County, Massachusetts, and I could see a foot of snow in remote portions of northern Worcester and a good area of northern Berkshire County in Massachusetts. That's what I think. Maybe looking at the models again, maybe 84 more in the 4 to 6 potentially. That's an area of less confidence and heavier snowfall. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's all I can say. Here's the winter weather advisory for Massachusetts. 2 to 6 inches of snow they're expecting. This for Berkshire County, 3 to 7 inches. And they just issued this one for Vernon and Union and Toland counties. 2 to 4 inches, winds a size 35 miles an hour. There's the you got severe weather, winter alerts. Sorry, spanning from North Dakota to Maine, from Kentucky to Maine. Yeah, we even have a blizzard warning in West Virginia. Uh, 5 to 7 inches with winds gusting as high as 60 miles an hour in those areas. It's going to be a crazy storm for some folks here. So be ready, again, for southern New England. Be ready for at least an inch, I'm going to say, and at most a foot in the highest elevations. This is going to be an interesting clipper system. Let's just see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.